Welcome to Making and Treating of Steels course. Now I am going to tell you, just extend about the noble ferroalloys. In the last lecture I just stopped here. There was one of the addition included here, ferrotitanium. It is an alloy of titanium and iron. Broadly it is classified into two different grades. One with the titanium range of 35 to 65 range. The other thing is 65 to 75 range ferrotitanium grades. That is titanium grade. Based on the titanium grade, it is been titanium alloying addition. It is been classified. Now coming to the, it is mainly manufactured using raw materials such as titanium scrap or titanium ore such as ilmenite sand or rutile TiO2 or titanium sponge form, scrap form and sand form. These are the types of titanium raw material source, and along other addition of iron scrap or steel scrap is used, and mixing together with iron scrap melted in induction furnace. Remember this particular point when it has been compared with ferrovanadium and tungsten. Coming to the titanium, it is been melted in induction furnace, whereas those things are using arc furnace process. Now next alloy, ferroniobium. This particular niobium mainly varies, niobium addition 60 to 70%. This tungsten and niobium, and whereas some additions of zirconium, there was a point called niobium and tantalum cannot be separated easily. You need to use repeatedly hydrometallurgy routes, leaching process, again filtrate, again concentrate. Those series of steps you need to follow for separating only niobium from the tantalum. Always it is occurred in the form of combination of niobium and tantalum. Niobium also have another name called columbium. This is the first point about niobium. How do you acquire the niobium? Now coming to the iron scrap you use. The basic raw material for this particular niobium is pyrochlore ore, which is source of niobium, where tantalum and niobium is associated. These are separated, and that particular niobium is added with the iron scrap in electric arc furnace, produced ferroniobium. This particular niobium pyrochlore is niobium pentoxide form is produced by separating niobium and tantalum, and it is in the form of oxide. This is added with the iron scrap. Nb2O5 is mixed with iron oxide, and addition of aluminium. All these particular processes are aluminothermic reduction processes. That is why you add aluminium instead of carbon. Remember this particular conceptual point, which is very much important for gate examination and viva questions, which is the principle of aluminothermic reduction process. High temperature and metal thermic reduction process, such as metal aluminium, is used to separate this particular oxides associated with the iron and niobium. Finally you will get ferroniobium. This particular point. Now conclusion about this particular noble ferroalloys and bulk ferroalloys. This particular ferroalloys demand increasing day by day. Why? Because of iron ore scarcity, pig iron production process, DRI production process. There was a very high low grade iron ore is rich. This particular thing is encouraged to produce ferroalloys. This particular ferrochrome, other question, is it true or false? The first question, answer this. Second question, Ferrochrome is carbothermic reduction process is one example from bulk ferroalloys, whereas ferrovanadium is aluminothermic reaction process is from noble ferroalloys process. Is it true or false? Give your opinion as answer. Thank you.